Hello everybody, this is Fabi from The Next Big Rush, and I came across this headline just the other day, and I want to talk to you a little bit about gold price forecast for 2017. Now, obviously, as investors, we would love to have a crystal ball and know where the price is going at all times, because certainty is really how you make money investing or trading for that matter. But the truth is, I want to bring up the possibility that nobody really knows what they're talking about. And I am going to explore a couple of different scenarios here, and different people with different skills and levels of insight inside the market have completely different views on what is going on. Now, Rob McEwen, if you don't know him, he is the big kahuna at McEwen Mining. Great company. I am kicking myself for not buying it under $1, but it's gone. It's happened already, and you should definitely take a look at his company. It's MUX, McEwen Mining, and he says the gold price will reach $2,000 this year. Well, I do agree with the 5,000 gold price forecast long term, but I'm not sure if I can see 2,000 happening this year, and you're more than welcome to take a look at this piece and see for yourself if this makes any sense to you. Now, obviously, Rob McEwen is in the business of selling gold, right? He has a mining company, so obviously he would want his target to be reached, and obviously if you and I are also invested in this sort of business, we want the price to go as high as humanly possible. The thing with 2000 for this year is that this is what the prices look like historically. This is the highest point in 2011 when we were all happy buying gold and silver, and then it has only come down from then. Now, obviously 2016 was a great year. 2017, not such a strong year in the short term. But my point is, for $2,000 to be reached, we would need the price to go up so high and so fast that you would have to see something like this happening. Where is the 2,000 line? Right here. Like this. Boom. The price would have to literally explode upwards, straight up. These are 1 month candles. So, we don't have that many months left in the year for this to happen, if that were to occur. And I just don't see this happening unless we had something major happening in the market, such as, I don't know, maybe a 2008 style correction or implosion. But even then, you can compare it to what actually happened in 2008. Gold and silver crashed hard, and then you saw a complete reversal, and then it was up from there. But still, it took a few years for 2011 to happen. This would have to be some major crisis, and I don't know how confident I am that this would happen. I do believe that sooner or later the market's going to crash, but I don't know. I wouldn't bet the house on $2,000 gold happening this year yet. RBC sees gold averaging at $12.45 in 2011. Okay, so these are different people who are also, students of the market per se, and they are pointing towards 12.45. Previously, they were looking at 12.41, and they try to come up with guesses as to what the dollar is doing and how the dollar compares to gold and all these different things. But then you see Bank of America with a completely different target. So people who are supposed to be equally as smart, looking at very different prices and targets. Now it says here that 1,400 per ounce price target represents roughly a 16.5% upside from gold's current spot price when this was published. And then you sort of start to scratch your head a bit and think, well, how do we know? Well, the truth is, the reason why we're getting such different numbers is because we don't know. And the smartest people in the world when it comes to finance, aka Goldman Sachs, they don't know either, because this is proof. This is what they came out with at the end of 2015. Goldman Sachs forecasts $1,000 ounce gold in 12 months. That's interesting, because Goldman Sachs came out with this, and then let's see what happened. Well, as soon as they said that, they were forecasting the price to come down to this line here, and the very opposite happened. This is what happened. A huge gain in the price of gold in 2016, and the miners exploded upwards, and we haven't really come down ever since to those levels. So really my message to you today is, the more you look for a big guru to tell you where the price is going and what gold is going to do, the more loss you're going to feel in this market, because we just don't know. We don't know what Trump is going to do, and I don't know what your opinion is of him, but I don't think we can say that he's super predictable. He will come out with something that will either be completely wonderful or completely disastrous. He really likes the word disaster, so I'm going to use that word. And, a crash could happen this year. A crash could happen next year. There could be a major freeze worldwide. Currencies could be devalued to an extent not ever seen before. We could have quantitative easing 4, 5, 6, and 7 all at once. We just don't know. And because we don't know what the people in charge are going to do, what buttons they're going to push and which levers they're going to go back and forth with, we cannot expect a forecast to work out for 12 months. It's too long of a term. Now you may be asking yourself, okay, so if we don't know where the price is going, then how do we know if something is cheap or expensive? Well, apart from looking at the charts and saying historically how that price has performed, you also have to take a look at the industry and say, hey, how much is this commodity produced for? How much does it cost to literally go to a mine, take the gold out of the ground, polish it nice and pretty, and put the gold inside a vault? How much does it cost? Is it more or is it less than what is being charged? That is one side of it. The next step is to ask yourself, okay, so if miners in general can make money from these levels and supply is going to continue within the next few years, because we're talking about mines, we're talking about something that needs to be replaced, right? We don't have an infinite amount of ounces in any one mine in the world. So how much would it cost for the current mines to be replaced? And would it be worth it at these levels? And then gold really starts to look interesting, because most gold that is being found out right now is in grade that is not high enough, or it's in jurisdictions that are very complicated, or it's just too darn expensive to make it work at these levels. So when that happens, then you have an interesting long-term investment in your hand. So think about that. Think about the demand. Is it going to continue with these economic times? Probably. But even if demand does not change a bit, what's happening to supply? Is gold getting cheaper to mine, or is it getting more and more expensive? And you're going to find very quickly that gold is ever more expensive to produce at these levels. So always do your own diligence, always do your own research, and try to learn a little bit each day about your own investments. That's the only way to get wealthy. The more you learn, the more you earn. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe, because there's a lot more coming your way. Take care.